Hi, my name is Alan Beach. I'm the mayor of Lynbrook. This year marks the 75th anniversary of the end of World War II. We're here at the Museum of American Armor in Bethpage. This year we were going to have, actually it was yesterday, we were going to have a rally celebrating the end of World War II on November 7th, but unfortunately, due to the governor's guidelines and CDC, we had to postpone our celebration due to the concerns of keeping everyone safe. Very unfortunate. Everyone was really anticipating having this wonderful event hitting Long Island in so many years. Something like this would have been magnificent. Unfortunately, I think it was a wise decision on our part not to have any interruptions or upsetness in the community. With so many other communities involved in it, it was reached out to other villages. There was South Flora Park, Rockville Center, Freeport, Valley Stream, Malvern, Lynbrook itself, and some other communities that it was really nice to see the mayors come out with their support and send their members to come and show their appreciation to our veterans that enable us to have the freedoms that we have. So I would ask everyone to, on November 11th, to remember your veterans, come out and support them. And I also would like to thank Sue Bonomo, my secretary, for all the hard work she put in to making sure this all happened in the professional manner that it did. Once again, we're sorry and we're very disappointed. There was so much work put into this by so many organizations to have this rally go off, and unfortunately we did not get the support that we needed from certain layers of government. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the video.
Good afternoon. My name is Nick Camerano, Lynbrook resident, United States Marine Corps, Vietnam era, 1969 to 1975. My father, Nick Sr., United States Navy, 1939 to 1945, Chief Petty Officer. My father-in-law enlisted in the Merchant Marine when he was 17. After 17, the war was over. He enlisted in the Army. He was old enough, occupied Germany. My grandfather, United States Marine Corps, World War I, came back on one of those Spanish flu ships and lived to tell about it. During World War II, over 16 million men and women put on the uniform of the United States. And this, yesterday, as the mayor has said, we had planned on having a spectacular celebration like Long Island has never seen. We had Tuskegee Airmen, men from the Battle of the Bulge, one of the last men of Iwo Jima, and numerous other individuals. At this point, I would like to thank the various municipalities for all of their support. I'd like to thank the Armor Museum, who is going to provide tanks, the Air Museum for a flyover, the various individuals who, I don't even want to mention their names for fear of omitting anybody, but everybody played a great part in making this a success. We had I'd like to thank the Lynbrook Police Department, Fire Department, Department of Public Works, the Elks, who are going to distribute flags, the various chambers of commerce in all of the village in the area surrounding, the numerous military organizations, VFWs, American Legion, United Veterans Organization, Nassau County Veteran Services, the DAV, the Marine Corps Leagues, and all of the bands that were also going to be there. Lorna Gale, Our Lady of Peace, the Navy Cadets, and Sword of Light. Local 3, Kiwanis, Covanta, and many of the assisted living organizations. I'm sure there are other people that I'm not mentioning. Our purpose was to identify the remaining World War II veterans, recognize the service of all veterans, and sell token bonds to create an endowment to be administered by the United Veterans Organization for the 5,000 veterans in need within Long Island. What I would like to also say is for those serving on land, on the ocean, under the ocean, in the air, in space, in embassies, thank you for your service. And now I'd like to introduce some real heroes.
My name is Richard Stacy. I live here in Atria, beautiful place to live. I was in the Navy for 39 years. Flew quite always over down to Cuba. We found a Russian ship by accident and found it. It was in the paper. And we found a lot of other ships that looked like fishing ships, but they weren't. They were Russian spy ships. We had a good time.
Hi, my name is Irvin Frank. I was in the Army from 1957 to 63. I'm presently at the Atria Assisted Living, and I love this country very much. It's done a lot for me, and I was very happy to serve in the Army, U.S. Army Intelligence.
My name is Bert Bonstock, living now at the Atria in Lynbrook. I served in the United States Navy, Seaman First Class, during the Second World War, commonly known as the Greatest Generation. And yes, God bless America, land that I love, now and forever. Thank you.
I was in the Navy for about 5 years, and it was a beautiful time. And you learn a lot more than you actually really want to learn, but you learn it because you have to do it. You're among other people that depend on you to do certain things. And once you get that settled down, you find yourself in a groove. You can do anything you want to do.
My name is Arthur Bonet. I will be 100 years old in January 19. In 1942, I was drafted into the Army Air Corps. I was sent to radio school at Scott Field because I knew Morse code. Then I was stationed in India and Ceylon as a station chief at the airports. I was discharged as tech sergeant after the war and returned home to my wife. Here's the story. It's about me in Newsday, printed in April 9th, 2017. I love America because it gave me a very good life.
Hi, my name is Brian Flynn. I'm a veteran of the United States Armed Services. I served in Vietnam from 1972 to 1974. I want to thank all the people connected with the people here that take care of us at Amber Court and the volunteers that take care of us and help us with our needs. Thank you very much and all the best.
My name is Herman Eli Soblik. I live in Franklin Square, New York. I served in the Army Infantry as a rifleman from 1943 to the spring of 1946.
Hello, my name is Gerald Haber. I was United States Army medic during the Vietnam era, and I'm currently the commander of the American Legion Victor Murtha Post in Long Beach. On this Veterans Day, I'd like to thank all veterans and active servicemen and women for their dedication to the United States. The members of our post, the Victor Murtha Post, do a lot of work with veterans all over the New York area, especially in the Northport VA Hospital. Again, thank you to all the veterans. Happy Veterans Day.
You know, in 1938, Armistice Day was established in this country, which has become Veterans Day, to recognize those wartime veterans that contributed so much and sacrificed so much to preserve our way of life. Today we celebrate Veterans Day by recognizing all veterans, past and present. And so a special thank you to all those great veterans. We wouldn't be here today enjoying the liberties and freedoms that we do without the selfless sacrifice of all our veterans. So God bless you all. Best wishes on Veterans Day, and God bless the USA.
Hi, my name is David Cornell. I'm a United States Marine. I went to boot camp at Parris Island. After Parris Island, I got my orders to go to Norfolk, Virginia and jump on the JFK. So I did a tour from Japan. Back in 1983, we got called back to Lebanon because they shot down one of our planes. So we headed to Lebanon. They put 2 F-14s off our plane, shot down 2 enemy MiGs. And the fleet, their side started to show up, but our fleet was bigger than theirs, so they chickened out because they didn't want to go to war with us because of our strength. So after that, I told my company commander I wanted to go into recon. So after that, I got discharged. I went to Quantico Bay for sniper training for 79 days. Then I got my orders to go back to the same ship as the recon division. So I toured from there. I went to South Korea, North Korea, Boston. I went back to New York for the ceremony in the parade. Then we went back on the ship. We headed to Australia. I was there for 2 days. We got our orders that we're heading to Iraq for Operation Desert Storm, Desert Shield. So from there, our unit got called to Al Anbar, Iraq, because the insurgents were pushing back, and I was a scout sniper. So we were on top of a building, me and my partner. There was 2 insurgents closing in of a graveyard they were patrolling. I killed both of them. Then a cow was coming by. Insurgents were known to hide behind cows. So I fired 2 shots into the cow, and 2 more insurgents fell. Then I was waiting for reinforcements to relieve us. I heard footsteps coming up, which I thought was the reinforcement. I heard a gunshot hit me in the knee. So my partner turned around and shot him. They airlifted me to the Naval Hospital in Germany to take the bullet out, have a metal kneecap. From there, I got my orders to go to Washington, meet the president. From there, I got handed a Purple Heart for my service from the president. These are the medals I have listed. I have a Purple Heart. I have a U.S. Good Conduct, a U.S. Achievement Medal, a USMC Expeditionary Medal, a National Defense, a Southeast Asia Service, a Saudi Liberation of Kuwait, Kuwait Liberation of Kuwait, Combat Service Medal, USMC Service Medal, Overseas Service Medal, and a pistol expert and a rifle expert.
My name is Henry Samuels. I was in the Navy. I in the Navy for 2 years, and what happened was I joined the SEALs, the Navy SEALs. And I became a Navy SEAL. I went to Korea. We had got the guys off the ship for the Pueblo that was taken from us. And then from there, I went back to Vietnam. I did 4 tours of Vietnam. And I have 4 Bronze Stars, Navy Star. I can't think of the other one. Inland Vietnam Medal, multiple medals. I don't remember the others.
My name is Albert Klipfel. I served in the Second World War. I was in the U.S. Navy Seabees. Battalion 135. We built the strips for the B-29s on Tinian and other projects there. And from there, I went to Okinawa, and we did other work in construction there. Eventually, it was going to be used as an assault on Japan. And I also served in Korea, made the landings in Incheon. I was quartermaster, second class on APA 220. And that was about it. And I'm glad I survived. I saw a lot, did a lot, was proud to serve. And I saw many of those who didn't come back, which I never forgot. That's about it.
My name is Stephen Ladis. I was a sergeant in the Air Force from 1968 to 1972. I was in what used to be called the U.S. Air Force Security Service. I was a language specialist, voice processing specialist, and I served in San Vito, Italy. And I had the distinct pleasure today of escorting Mr. Albert Klipfel here for his interview. He's the real hero in this. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. My name is Pat Alicia. I spent 3 years on active duty with an RA commission graduating from City College. I spent 13 and a half months with the 82nd Airborne Division and 10 and a half months with MACV Advisory Team 3 in Vietnam. Coming home from Vietnam, I joined the New York Army National Guard and spent the next 27 years in the Guard as a staff officer, battery commander, battalion commander, brigade commander, and the last 6 years of my career I spent as the commandant of the Empire State Military Academy at Camp Smith in Peekskill. The last 4 or 5 years I joined the American Legion. I'm a member of the American Legion Malvern 44 Post, and I'm also the adjutant of the Nassau County American Legion. Thank you.
My name is John Hassett. I'm retired from the U.S. Army Reserves. I started out with the Army National Guard and we're in the reserves with a combined total of 39 and a half years of service. I retired as a colonel. My last command was as the hospital commander of the 344th Combat Support Hospital. And unlike some people, I completed 9.5 years as an enlisted man before I went to OCS and became an officer. And then served the rest of my time out.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dennis Scambatti, and I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Mayor Beach for inviting me to come to the village of Lynbrook Village Hall and to tell a little bit about my experiences in the military. I served in the military from 1968 to 1970. I did my basic training in Fort Jackson, South Carolina. From there, I went to Leonardwood, Missouri, Fort Leonardwood, and there I received orders to go to Vietnam. I went to Vietnam. I was wounded in Vietnam. I came back stateside, and I was medically retired. Currently, I'm a contractor in New York City. I'm political in my village. I live in the village of North Hills. Mayor Natus, myself, Deputy Mayor Dennis Scambatti, Trustee Phyllis Lentini, Trustee Elliot Arnold, and Trustee Gail Cohen. My experiences in the military were great. Made a lot of friends. Went to Vietnam. Unfortunately, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but I made it back, and I'm happy for it.
My name is Walter Reed. I enlisted December 7th, 1941. Prior to this, I had prior military training. I went to military school. I graduated, and I was in charge of training troops, of training the former cadets. And then when I went into service, they put me in the cavalry.
My name is Joe Acapinti. I'm 84. I'm going to be 84. I was in the Second World War. I enlisted. I went to school. I quit school at 16. I went to work on the shipyards. Till I was 17. 17, I joined the Navy. And then I enlisted into the Navy. And then I went into the Navy. And I went to Sampson, New York for boot camp. From there, Hawaii, the islands, and into Guam. I stood in Guam until I got discharged. I came back to Lido Beach, and that was it.
Staff Sergeant Michael A. Dalmetto, North Belmore, World War II, United States Army Air Corps, 8th Air Force, completed 35 bombing missions over enemy-occupied Europe, received the Distinguished Flying Cross and the Air Medal.
My name is Frank Barbella. I'm 96 years old. I live in Lynbrook. I served in World War II, U.S. Army 75th Division, a Battle of the Bulge. I was proud to serve my country. God bless America, all troops and all veterans.
My name is Chris Benos. I served as Seabees in 1943 with President John F. Kennedy. I'm proud to be an American. Okay.
I'm Thomas Heffernan, private first class. I'm 86 years old. I was born in Brooklyn. I was in the Army. I stationed at Fort Bliss, Texas for 2 years, and I got the Good Conduct Medal.
Michael DeBonis, United States Navy, second class petty officer. At the end of World War II.
William Gordon
McIntosh
from West Hempstead.
And
Merchant and 99 years old.
I am?
Yes, you are. And Merchant Marines, Liberty ship to Russia in 1945.
My name is Vincent Lee Joy, better known as Jim Lee Joy. I'm a veteran from the Second World War, and believe me, we had a tough time until we got to the beach. We only lost one man, and but we did make 28 trips back and forth. When we went to France, we were loaded with ammunition, and then we picked up all the wounded and take them back to England so that their wounds would be fixed. And
Jimmy, how old are you now?
I'll be 95 today.
Hello, my name is Jim Hunter. I am working with the Village of Lynbrook, other local municipalities, and veterans organizations to raise money to help homeless veterans. Every day, thousands of Long Islanders who serve this country wake up not knowing whether or not they will be able to get a good meal or where they might fall asleep at the end of the day. They need our help. Perhaps you have family members or friends who have served. We'd like to offer you the opportunity to honor those people and at the same time help us help our homeless veterans. Go to www.lynbrookvillage.net/bond and purchase a commemorative novelty bond honoring your veteran or the veterans organization of your choice. Any and all contributions are greatly appreciated and will go to assist Long Island homeless veterans. Thank you very much.
Robert Beach, Tech 5 U.S. Army. Served in European theater from 1943 to 1945. 4 battle stars. Served his country proudly. My father-in-law, Joseph Malfa, served U.S. Army from 1943 to 1946. He served at stateside supplying the troops overseas, which much needed supplies they did need.
Hi, my name is Jack Sharkey, and I'm 90 years old, a Korean veteran with the United States Air Force. I wish all the veterans today to be recognized, and I want to say God bless America to everyone. Thank you very much.
Good evening. My name is Brigadier General Bob Canary, U.S. Army. I have over 40 years of military service, and my major assignments as commander of 102nd Engineer Battalion and the facility manager of Camp Smith, Peekskill, New York.
My name is Eddie Allman. I'm from Syosset, New York. I was in the Marine Corps. I served in Vietnam. I served as an intelligence officer, S2. I had a great time there, and I came back safe and sound.
My name is Frank Neal. I was a corporal in the Marine Corps. I served with 1st Battalion, 1st Marines, Vietnam at Da Nang. Now serving my country here in the United States with the American Legion.
My name is Andrew Booth. I served 69, 75, United States Marine Corps. I got out of corporal, and I got out in good shape. That's why I got a dog. He's got problems, so I'm taking care of him.
Thank you.
I'm Bill Marinaccio, a longtime resident of Lynbrook. I served with the U.S. Army as a movement specialist during the Vietnam era, 1960 through 1966. God bless America. This is my uncle, George Marinaccio. He lived in Syosset, served with the U.S. Army Air Force from 1943 to 1946 as a tech sergeant.
My name is Michael Guglielmo. I'm a long-term resident of Lynbrook. I was living in Brooklyn when I enlisted in the United States Army. I did my tour during Vietnam era. I came out, enlisted in the National Guard, and stayed there for 38 years. I have a total of 40 years service to my country. Proud of it, and if I can do it again, I will.
Hi, I'm Steve Grogan. I'm a lifelong resident of Lynbrook. I'm also a member of the American Legion, Post 335 here in Lynbrook. I was in the U.S. Army, a Vietnam era veteran, served for 5 years on active duty with the U.S. Army Intelligence. But most important, I'm more proud of my rest of my family. My mother was a Marine in the U.S. Marine Corps during World War II. My father was a machinist mate on a destroyer, the USS Alden, during World War II. And my father-in-law was also a machinist mate on the second USS Lexington. Proud to be a veteran, proud of my family, and remember all our wounded warriors. Thank you.
Hi, my name is William Geyer. I was in the United States Marine Corps from 1970 to 1972. I was stationed in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, did a Caribbean cruise, and I wish all of the veterans in our community the best of health and happiness in the future. Thank you.
Kenneth Weir, United States Air Force, 1975 to 1979. I've served my country with honor, and I thank all who served also. Thank you.
Hello, salutations. With you, the American Legion. My father's men, the 66th Infantry, the Blue Devils. John Cardoni. My name is Dominic John Philip Cardoni. I'm an RD-3, 1968 to 1988 Navy R. Destroyer USS Krause. Of College Republican, GI Bill, and I thank you, DJC, Veteran Teamsters, Florist Union, Coca-Cola.
Hi, my name is Felix Prevet. I was in the Army in 1970 and 71. I was in the 2nd Division in Korea. And then I went into the National Guard. I was in the National Guard for 19 years. I was in the 102nd Maintenance Company. I was a small arms repairman, and I was in Desert Storm. And I miss my friends that I was in with. I'm still in contact with some of the guys I was in career with, and I'm glad we get together once in a while.
Hi, I'm Len Goldstein. I served in the United States Marine Corps 1960 to 1964. In 1962, my unit was transferred from Camp Pendleton by ship to the Caribbean during the Cuban Missile Crisis. I served on board the USS Thomaston, which was one of the invasion ships. Thank goodness it didn't happen, but I'd like to congratulate and say thank you to all of our World War II veterans, both today living and those who are gone.
My name is Alex Scheinfeld. I was a 2nd class seaman in the U.S. Navy during the 2nd World War.
For how long? When were you enlisted?
I was in a little less than 3 years.
3 years. What year were you enlisted?
I don't remember what year I went in.
That's okay. Do you remember what year you left?
Yeah. The war just ended.
Okay, the war just ended. And what exactly did you do in the war? How was your experience?
I was attached to a naval air station in Jacksonville, Florida.
Okay.
Where we ran B-51s and B-52s.
You flew them?
No.
Oh, okay. You just armed it?
I was a crewman.
Okay.
I wound up flying on these bombers that went up the East Coast from Florida up through Maine on anti-submarine patrol. I never had any combat.
Okay.
And that was a short-lived naval experience.
And how was life after the war?
I was sent to the Lido Hotel with the Navy at that time took over as the discharge center.
Okay.
You remember I came into New York. I took the Long Island Railroad.
Okay, Alex, if you could give any advice to a soldier today, what would you tell him?
Don't volunteer for anything.
Don't volunteer for anything. I like that one.
Bernard, COVID. Not to be confused with COVID, the virus.
Yes. And how old are you and what year were you born?
Well, I was born in 1924.
Okay.
Makes me 96.
Okay. What war were you in, and how did
World War II.
And how was that experience? How did it affect your life?
Well, it affected my life in many interesting ways. I guess I became a man during the war.
Okay.
But it took 3 years out of my life, and I just had to play catch up after I got out.
Okay. And was it super hard for you to adjust coming back from the war?
No.
No? You just eased.
I wasn't alone, so there were many other people in the same boat.
Okay.
And we attended the same schools, for example. I had started college before getting into the Army, and so I was a little older than most of the college population.
Okay.
And there were several of us, so I wasn't alone at that. But a 3 year difference makes a difference.
Right. And where were you stationed? For how long?
Stationed in the U.S., but I participated in the war in the European theater operation.
Okay, and how?
That's France, Germany, England, Luxembourg.
Okay.
Part of Czechoslovakia.
Okay. Yeah. And how long were you in service?
3 years.
3 years. And if you can give one advice to the soldiers today, what would it be?
To a soldier?
Yes. To a soldier today. Today's soldier.
You mean veterans or active soldiers?
Active soldier who has not yet.
Who have not yet been in one.
Right. Who's about to embark in their new whatever.
Well, you have to make the most of your time, and you are serving for a reason, and you have to understand that you're serving your country's interests in whatever you do. War is the extreme, but there are many other duties that a soldier performs in peacetime. And it's going to be exciting. It's going to be hard on you to develop yourself, but you will be. So you have to take a positive attitude.
My name is Martin. I served in World War II. I enlisted in 42 and was discharged in 45 and served with the 1164th Engineering Combat Group headquarters. And we did our training at Camp Campbell, Kentucky. After training, I was rather good at certain engineering aspects and became cadre and never got overseas, but trained people in explosives and Bailey Bridge building.
Nice.
And we sent many a group both to the Pacific as well as the Atlantic.
Nice.
And I was discharged, as I say, I believe it was in April or May of 1945.
And how was life post-war? How did you have to adjust?
Well, I was a youngster when I went in, but I think basic training was a good way to get out of childhood and into an adult mode. And I did many things in the Army, learned many things. I was pretty much sheltered beforehand, but it worked out very well. I had good friends. I enlisted with some of my buddies at City College. I had finished 2 years, and so the four of us went in together, and during basic training, we cemented our relationship. Unfortunately, we didn't stay together after the basic training. So it was a growing up proposition.
And if you had one advice you could give a soldier today about to embark on a new journey, what would you say to them?
Well, basically what I learned, and I think what saved me many a time, is being independent. Not to disobey orders directly, but find a way around them.
My last name is Kedalius.
Okay.
My first name is Jack. I was born August 2nd, 1932.
And what war were you in?
I was in the end of the, what they call Korean War.
The end of the Korean War? And how long did you serve?
2 years.
2 years. And what did you do there?
Just a kind of ordinary soldier.
Say that again?
Soldier.
Okay. And how was your experience?
The experience was okay. Nothing special.
And how was life after the war?
After the war? I don't know.
You don't know? If you could have did anything differently, would you? What would you have done?
I don't know. You worry about as time goes on.
Right. All right, last question, Jack. What advice would you give a soldier today?
A soldier today?
Yes.
Okay, depends where you serve. First place, when I served, when I went to get a room at the sort of, not a hotel, but something, and they said, if they saw you in uniform, no room for you. If they saw you in civilian clothes, yes, we have a room for you. There's a prejudice against soldiers.
Wow.
And I came across this in this country a lot until I hit Kansas. And when I was standing on a street corner with the same outfit and uniform, a car pulls up, soldier, where can I take you? Complete different atmosphere from down here around Georgia than what is up in Kansas. One state loves the soldier, would do anything for you. Another state get lost soldier.
Your name?
Jack Leff, L-E-F-F.
Okay, and what war did you serve in?
Korean War.
What year was you enlisted? How long were you enlisted?
51 to 53.
51 to 53, so you was only there for what, a year?
Yeah, 2 years.
Okay, and how was your experience in the war?
Terrible.
Terrible?
It was a terrible country. It was hot as hell in the summer and cold as hell in the winter.
Right. And what were you doing in the war? What was your rank?
I was a radio operator, but I ran up driving a truck.
Oh, okay. Anything else you could tell me about it?
Not really.
Not really? And how was life after the war? Post-war?
All right.
Okay. And if you could give a soldier any advice, a soldier today, what would you tell them?
Just be careful.
Be careful.
I mean, watch what you're doing and do the best you can.
Right. That's you too?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a nice painting. Wow. Wow.
My name is Joseph Sortino. I served in World War II in 1945-46. I was on a troop transport. We brought prisoners back from America to Italy. We picked up troops in France, England, Okinawa, Japan. We went through the Panama Canal 4 times on a big troop transport. And luckily, I came out without being shot at.
Hi, my name is Howard Hirschheimer. I'm a veteran, served in the Army. I was 17 years old when I went in 1959 and served through 1962. I served in two areas where the Cold War was at its height, in Korea and in Germany. You can look up, you might not know about Germany, you know the Berlin Wall, but that's where my unit was sent during the Berlin crisis. After I got out of the Army, I married my wife, raised a family, have two wonderful children and two grandchildren. I feel that every American should do something, serve their country in some manner. I think it's an obligation that we take. Freedom isn't free. A lot of our soldiers, men and women, died to keep this country free. And like I said, I think it's an obligation that all citizens should respond to.
I'm Joe McCarthy. I lived in Lynbrook for 61 years. I was in the Korean War, 1951 to 1952. I served 9 months over there. I was in a mortar outfit, and luckily I came home in one piece. This is the greatest country in the world, and we got to make sure we protect it and keep it safe. And have a great day.
My name is Joe Angino. I served with the 1st Infantry Division in Vietnam, 1969 to 1970. I was a Spec 4. Thank you.
My name's Steve Mason. I was in Marine Corps, Vietnam, with the 26th Marines, north of Da Nang, and I got out as a Lance Corporal.
Greg Smith, United States Marine Corps, 1994, 1998.
My name is Anthony Carlo. I served in the United States Navy. I was in Da Nang, 67, 68. I drove heavy equipment over there.
You're marvelous, dear.
How you doing? My name is Pat Nealon. I'm the current commander of the Lynbrook VFW. I served in the United States Navy as a aviation structural mechanic. I was a second class petty officer. I served aboard the aircraft carrier United States USS Independence.
Hi, I'm Keely Coco. I served on the USS Leyte Gulf as a lieutenant in the United States Navy.
Hi, I'm Kevin Canty. I've been a Lynbrook resident since 2006. I served also in the United States Navy on the USS Mount Whitney and the USS Yorktown. I'm currently a commander in the United States Navy Reserves. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Ed Donegan. I'm a Lynbrook resident since 1979. I served in the U.S. Marine Corps from 68 to 70. I served in Vietnam with the 1st Battalion Night Marines. And we were pulled out by President Nixon in July 1969. But I spent the rest of my overseas tour at Okinawa and then aboard a ship, the USS New Orleans. And fortunately made it home in one piece and joined the New York Police Department, which I survived that too. Thank you.
Hey, good morning. My name is Bill Gaylor, retired Lieutenant Colonel Bill Gaylor. I've served in the military for 23 years on active duty. I enlisted in 1981, achieved the rank of sergeant, went to officer candidate school, was commissioned as a quartermaster officer in the U.S. Army, and did serve for another 20 years or so. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our veterans out there.
Right, to the right!
I would like to thank all those that raise their right hand to support and defend this great nation of ours. I'd like to thank those that are serving today in harm's way throughout the world, standing guard, vigilant in protecting our rights as Americans and the democratic way that we serve today. In 1938, our country recognized this day by making it a holiday, formerly known as Armistice Day, now known as Veterans Day. Primarily established to recognize wartime veterans returning from World War I, World War II. But now we recognize all veterans, whether they have served in the peacetime army or in combat, currently serving. It's just a great opportunity for all Americans to say a thank you to our veterans, and they truly deserve a big thank you. God bless this great country. God bless Lynbrook, and thank you all for supporting our veterans.
We're Troops 2015. Thank you for your service. Thank you.
We're the Boy Scouts of Troop 24. We thank our veterans for their service.
This is my dad, J.F. Korth, who served in World War II as a member of the United States Army Air Corps. Later, he was also a member of the Judge Advocate General Division. He served our nation well, and he loved our country. He also believed in community service, and he loved Lynbrook and served as a village trustee and also for many years as the village attorney. He was also the past commander of the Lynbrook American Legion Post. One of his greatest enjoyments was marching with his fellow veterans in the Memorial Day Parade, and he was honored as Grand Marshal one year. On behalf of my mom, Grace Korth, my sisters, Lorraine and Donna Marie, and our entire family, we thank our veterans for their service.
From Williston Unit 144, we thank you for your service.
I would like to thank all of the residents from Lynbrook Village and the surrounding areas for their generosity in supporting the bond program. Please know that the bond program is going on, and for your contribution at various denominations, you can go to the village website. The login is there, or contact the mayor's office, Lynbrook Village. Thank you very much.